making fried rice with Chef Trevor Lui. We're excited to see you, but we're really excited about the fried rice.
I know, I would be too.
It's just a staple. It's one of those things that always makes you feel good. And this recipe, there are things to be said about the recipe, but I want to start by talking about the wok. And I want to start by talking about
Mr.
your
Wok
shirt.
with Yan.
Yeah, that was
Tribute.
That was
the man that brought Chinese food to people's homes in the 80s. Yeah.
Absolutely.
OG.
Okay, so you're not going to use a wok for this.
I'm not, but I want to talk about fried rice and a wok. It's probably two of the most misunderstood things in Asian cooking, particularly for home cooks. Having a restaurant grade wok is something probably you're never going to do, but you can work towards it. Most people have a nice saute pan at home, non-stick. Great work to start making your first fried rice. Then you can graduate to a wok style pan that's non-stick. And eventually, if you want to move to that real wok, which you have to do a little bit of work of to treat, you can get there. But this is a perfect start.
Okay, all right. Now, if you are using a real wok, it is heavy, it needs to be treated, and there is an art to it.
There's an art to it. There's
so
a lot of high
respect that
heat.
even if you don't do it. There's respect there.
I talk about my grandfather, who was a master wok chef in our restaurant, and I could never get to his level. He did cooking on a wok line where the wok was about 30 to 35 pounds. And it was all with the left hand, so he was like Popeye. So this arm was bigger. The right hand was all about the mise en place cooking. And what a lot of people don't know was controlling the fire and the heat was a gas nozzle, which was right at knee length. So chefs in Chinese restaurants are actually adjusting the heat on a wok with their knee.
Oh my gosh.
Because the most important thing is the food rarely touches the wok because the heat is so high.
So it's moving.
It's moving. It's dancing. The food is symphonic. It's dancing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So really, really important when you're doing any type of stir frying or wok cooking or any cooking for heat is really important. So we're going to try to bring this up nice and high because we want to sear the meat. A lot of people think that if it's too hot, food sticks. It's the way you're cooking and the technique you're cooking.
Okay, so what should we be doing?
Well, we're going to make a red rooster rice today, which was our most popular rice at a restaurant we had in 2014, 2015. People keep asking for this, and I refuse to bring it back.
Unless it's Cityline.
Unless it's Cityline.
Unless it's Cityline.
Or unless you buy my cookbook and the recipe's in there anyway. You can do it at home.
But you're never going to make it like Chef.
You're never going to make it like
we will. So we get the special. We get the special side. So hot.
High heat. You see a little bit of smoke. I'm using a neutral oil, so it's not extra smoky. When we do fried rice, we like to cook off the protein first. So we're going to cook the chicken first because it probably takes the liver the longest, and we've got that salmonella, so we want to cook that completely off.
Yeah.
So we're going to let this cook in that high heat. You see the smoke. Make sure you've got your vent going in your house. Next to that, after we do this, we're going to throw our shrimp in. We've got some large shrimp. We've shelled them out, taken the veins out, cleaned them.
Nice.
Put this in.
Think about whatever leftover protein you might have in your fridge. That's
it could
what
be anything from kielbasa to spam to turkey. You know that limp carrot that's sitting at the back? You can use that.
Yes,
you can totally use that. Right? So we're doing a little bit. Oh, no!
That's everyone looking in their crisper right now because we all have the dying veg.
Dying veg.
Put them in.
Now I'm going to put the pork in.
Nice.
So now we've got sort of like this medley of protein.
That's beautiful.
This is about 50–60% cooked now. Right? So what I want to do is I want to remove all the meat.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back here and we're going to add the oil.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep all that essence and flavor that's in this wok. We're going to add our vegetables.
Because we're going to build our flavors.
We're going to build it. Recipe calls for red peppers. Today, I'm getting a little adventurous. I'm adding the most useless vegetable in the world to this, the green pepper.
Someone's got to use it.
I believe Chef Feltus believes the same thing, right?
Randy does not like a green pepper. He's like, why do they exist? I don't understand. What's their purpose?
Pizza,
there you
maybe?
Go. Maybe pizza.
Maybe pizza. Okay.
And a fried rice.
Rice. Really, really important. Do you know why, Trace? What kind of rice we're using?
Not fresh rice.
Not fresh rice. Day-old rice that's been sitting in the fridge.
Yeah.
You want that to get that hard graininess because a good fried rice is not a sticky, clumpy fried rice.
Right.
All right, so we're going to put our rice in. Now, if we were working on super, super high heat, which most people don't have at home, this would cook a lot faster. And the part of cooking is essentially like you're tossing the food back and forth. But we don't have that flame here.
Right.
So that's a little tougher to do. So this is going to take a little bit more time at home. So it's essentially like stir frying. Right? We're going to add a little hole here.
Okay.
Because what's important about fried rice?
Because
it's fun. You could add pre-cooked egg, like an omelet. I like to do it like this, almost like making a little hole here.
That's perfect.
And then essentially scrambling the egg in with the rice.
Yeah. I love the
And then
egg and the rice.
It changes that color. It coats it.
Yeah.
Now, the next step is seasoning.
Right.
A little bit of sugar, because in Chinese cooking, sugar is balance.
Yeah.
Salt, not too much. All to taste.
Yeah.
Magic powder. The gourmet powder.
What is this
So while
magic
you look
powder,
at that,
chef?
I'm going to grab a little bit of soy sauce.
Smells good.
That is MSG.
Yeah. Okay, we're just going to get a shot of the container
MSG.
here before you put some in. But
Don't be afraid of MSG, folks. It's in almost everything we eat. Glutamate is also something that our bodies produce.
yeah.
So don't be afraid of
And
it.
why do you want it in this recipe? What does it add?
We call it umami.
Umami.
Flavor. So
Yeah.
you want to bring down the salt and
Yeah.
add MSG as a replacement. That's what I would recommend people do.
Okay. And you just do it to taste, like you just do a pinch like you would salt.
You got it. So we pinch it. If you want a little bit more, you can add a little bit more.
Okay.
We're going to put the protein back in here now.
Nice.
And now we've got a buildup of all this meat. You've got
it's
the
looking
egg.
good.
You've got the vegetables.
Yeah.
Now what are we doing?
Now we're
Lao
going
gan
to
ma.
put, okay,
Lao gan
so what
ma.
is this?
This is fermented chili bean.
All right.
Take a look at that. This is the one that people talk about. Is it a man on that bottle that's
Yeah.
wearing the bib?
Is
This is the
it?
one. You can get this in most grocery stores now. I'm going to put a couple big dollops of that.
That looks good.
This
and
is what's giving
chunky.
it. This is what we're giving the red rooster. So chicken and red heat. Now
Yeah.
we're almost there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the oil
Yeah.
from my chili oil. Right.
Beautiful.
A little bit of flavor there.
And where do we get your chili oil?
You can get it online. You can get it in our restaurants.
Beautiful.
And then chili peppers.
So it's really getting red roostery now.
It's getting red roostery.
Yeah. I know that I'm going to be digging into this as soon as it's done, but
Can you smell the chili, by the way?
I can smell the chili. I wanted to be a bit magnanimous, and I heard that Brent Bishop loves him some fried rice.
He does?
Yes. And with his perfect abs and the fitness, I would like to see him eat some fried rice.
So I'm going to turn this off.
It would make
One of my
me
favorite
happy.
foods is fried rice. Pizza, fried rice, popcorn.
Oh, you
Hold on,
like
did you say-
pizza?
I love pizza.
Okay.
I thought
All
you were
right,
going to say
Brent, we
pizza
can hang.
fried rice, because that's a new dish. I've never made that
Maybe
before.
we'll try
Maybe
that.
that's a new one.
I know
thing
that
for
we're
us-
going to, yeah.
Green onions, spring onions,
Yeah.
at the end, okay?
Very
Never
nice.
in the middle of cooking.
Yeah.
You like the smell there, Brent?
It smells amazing.
I'm going to get you a spoon,
That
Brent.
smells delicious.
I'm going to see if...
You get them the perfect
Okay.
bite of fried rice, because this is how we pay our experts.
only in food, right?
That's delicious.
I hope you
take
enjoyed
this.
that.
Is it too spicy?
No, not at all. I like spicy. This is really good.
Thank you, Chef, and thank you
That is
for
so good.
actually telling us about the history and the wok. I think it's really important that we know this, even the MSG. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to Chinese cooking, so thank you. Recipe at cityline.tv.